How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Nordforge. This week we're headed underground to where the dwarves dig deep and occasionally blow things up. There's gold, glowing rocks, and one poor guy who's been stuck down here since Tuesday. So let's see how it turns out. So obviously you saw me carving away a path. I chose to use my hot wire cutter to dig into this huge, deep XPS foam chunk that I found. Kept the top the way it is because I'll deal with that later. And I just started carving away. And when that was done, I hit it a little bit with my little mini torch and finally made a hole where the mine opens up, obviously. And I'm just making some formations in the cave. And as you can see, some of the cave formations fell off, and that's to be expected, so I just went over and painted it just to cover up those little blemishes. And now some plaster repairs dyed with burnt sienna brown and a couple other dark brown dyes. It's a little brighter than I wanted, but I will deal with that in just a moment. Again, another mud pie, just like my last video. I had to make this little rig that would lower the gold bucket up and down. I actually had to Google some old images to get some good reference points, trying to do some research over this, and found out a lot of people died during the gold rush, which I did not know. As you can see here, I am just giving this kind of a yellow wash as well, just like the brown. After the yellow dries, it'll just sink its way in. You won't really see it too much. And then I sealed it with the isopropyl alcohol. This is the little bucket for gold. Another little bucket for gold. I'll put a link in the description below for this little asset. And I'm making this little ramp out of popsicle sticks and some 3mm dowels and randomly placing it. As I was looking at this cave, it was kind of bothering me. So I went back and gave it just a quick dry brush of cream white. Then I hopped out the air dry clay and started making some gold nuggets. This is a gold mine, so it needs gold. That's not why these dwarves are here. Not really, anyway. So you'll see in a moment. I chose to spread the Mod Podge with a paper towel. And give the top some kind of dead grass. And of course, this is a mine shaft, so it needs some support. And just kind of hide the bottom with some gravel. And of course, I'm fighting with the little bucket full of gold nuggets. So I chose to use some super glue, and it worked just fine. And that little node that I'm putting the nuggets around will be tucked inside of this little crystal ball. And that's actually the real treasure. After I printed that crystal ball, dipped it a few times in polyurethane. It makes the resin just really, really shine. Gives it a great gloss. I highly advise it. Just make sure you're wearing a respirator. A little more grass. I wasn't quite satisfied after putting down these little crates. And this little asset I found on Thingiverse. Just a little barrel with a tiny lantern on top. Pretty cool. And starting to finish up the top here. Just putting some random rocks and shrubbery. And I wanted to make a torch. A couple of them actually. And I did this in the last video. A lot bigger, but same premise. Just kind of work the hot glue until you kind of get a flame look. And I just snaked that wire right through. Did some horrible soldering. Made sure everything worked. And then, of course, I whipped out the black paint and painted the whole front of it. I painted the black a little early, actually, because it was bothering me. I had to use spackle to kind of fill in those little holes in the XPS foam because this was being stored in the basement when I found it. Naturally, it was kind of gross. And these two dwarves are brothers, the Ironblood brothers. This little guy right here, who was designed by partly me and partly a buddy of mine, because I'm not that good at digits just yet. Still working on it. I'm getting there. This guy is named Durn. He is the younger one, and he was born with fire in his veins and gears in his mind, like a true artificer. That's how I pronounce it. Where his brother swung his hammer, Durn built his. His workshop is a chaos of invention, brass limbs, runic pistons, and smoke-stained schematics. The dwarves whispered that he could breathe life into metal, and though they said it with admiration, they also said it with fear. His older brother, Thrain, is a mountain of muscle and resolve, his beard braided with rings of steel and soot. From a young age, he sought glory through battle, defending their people from the endless dark things that clawed up from the deep roads. His pickaxe, Oathbreaker, was said to ring like a bell when it struck evil, a sound that rallied dwarves and shattered goblin morale alike. I'm getting better at painting these minis. They're not quite 28mm, a little bit bigger, just for show, but I guess practice makes perfect, and I'm pretty happy with the results. But before I finished up, I wanted to put a little keep out sign. I mean, if you found a gold mine, would you really want anybody else but you in there? I would think not. So keep out with a big exclamation point. And I just stuck that in. Then after that, I put the dwarves where they should be. That was good enough for me. I enjoyed this project immensely. It came out, in my opinion, way better than the concept art I had. And I hope you enjoy these last shots. Have a great week, everybody.